We asked some community groups across Cornwall what's important to them and how we could best support them in the future. This is what they said.
My name is Hetty Ninnis. My background is in horticulture, so I look after the plants and the land here at Newquay Orchard. So Newquay Community Orchard is a 7-acre site in the heart of Newquay that provides volunteering opportunities and learning opportunities for our community. We've had over 600 people join us as volunteers. So people are coming here, they're making friends, they're learning how to live sustainably, learning skills on how to get back into work, how to grow your own food. So we're seeing that impact already. Well, we're in a climate emergency right now, and this is the time for action. If we don't do something now, we're going to be in real trouble. And that's why I'm really proud. We're a community working together in action to mitigate climate change by planting trees, by growing food locally and providing food to our local community with no food miles. I think it's a really inspirational site, and I hope to see more of this type of operation running out throughout Cornwall and the world. Well, I think rolling out this model across the county would be amazing. Access to green spaces for our community is really important. Enabling people to grow their own food and have access to local food is so important and will help mitigate climate change massively.
My name's Tina Robinson, and I'm the founder of a marine conservation registered charity called Our Only World. We're just at the point of manufacturing now a water refill station. These plumb into South West water mains and provide the public with access to free drinking water. Cornwall Council have got this ambitious aim to become net zero by 2030, and our project can contribute to that. A bottle of water, the carbon footprint is enormous. You have to make the bottle, you have to put the water in it, transport it, sell it, and then recycle it or put it in landfill. And we know that 8,000 tonnes of plastic go into the sea every year. Cornwall Council are funding 15 of these units fully sited, so that gives us 15 opportunities to collaborate with the communities.
I'm Brian Piper. I set up Stithians Energy Group back in 2017. The idea was that we would help people in the village, in the parish, to understand climate change and how to reduce their carbon footprint. Okay, I think it's important to respond to the climate emergency. So far, what Stithians Energy Group has done is made people aware of alternatives to heating their homes with fossil fuels, which is expensive. We're just getting going on the action side now, and that is we have SIL funding from Cornwall Council to put on PV panels and a battery system onto the Stithians Centre. And the really big project that's just kicking off is a project called Heat the Streets project. And Stithians Parish Council and Stithians Energy Group have supported Kenza Utilities in obtaining £5 million worth of funding to put in a heat network, a ground source heat network that people will be able to tap into with individual heat pumps and at virtually no cost to the homeowners. So it's a major step forward that I hope we can prove works in Stithians, and then for it to roll out to other parishes as well. I would like for Cornwall Council to engage with the public more on climate change. I would like for them to continue lobbying central government to improve building regulations. We need to be around passive house standard. And we need to get our old buildings up to a decent standard, heating-wise and insulation-wise.
I'm Brett Jackson. I'm a development officer with the community field. It's a little bit of sustenance from the horticultural course. I've been planting in the forest garden here at Cheyenne. So on the site we have a big top space. We use it for our sustainable building, our our performing arts and our organic horticulture. A lot of young people are looking at things like a carbon tax to safeguard their lives and their children's lives, and we have to persuade people that the climate agenda, a low carbon agenda, zero emission agenda is at the forefront of people's decision making. We've got to change fairly quickly now. I think the powers that be, and that means people like planning and the council, need to try to find ways of supporting positive initiatives that are happening in the community that are low carbon and environmentally friendly. There needs to be support for centres where people can come and see examples of sustainable living.
Hi, I'm David Turnbull. I'm Director of South Kerrier Line CIC based in Helston. Our CIL project is to connect Porthleven to the Penrose estate with a green link that ultimately provides a full connection between Helston and Porthleven.
Hello, my name's Melissa Benyon. I am a resident of Porthleven, and the proposed cycle trail is going to be going right behind my house.
If we can bring green links into the town so that people don't have to get in their cars and go to out-of-town shops or other towns, and if we can do that in terms of public transport as well, then we will start to make a dent in the carbon emissions of Helston.
And there's also going to be planting of hedges, which we are hoping to get local school children involved in, which is wonderful for them to participate in, planting trees. That's good for our health, it reduces emissions, air quality is better, everyone's a winner.
We've got to think holistically about the transport solution for a town and for the rural areas of Cornwall.
Councillors and the local authorities and their organisations have a massive responsibility, because if we can't lead this kind of action at that level, then it's really hard to understand how everybody else can follow. And if I were to ask the councillors for something that they need to do, I'd ask them to take part in the carbon and climate literacy training so they can understand how these systemic issues fit in. They do not stand in isolation. So the other thing I would ask, and I hope this is part of the induction training, is that the councillors familiarise themselves with Cornwall Council's decision-making wheel. This is a resource that's been designed so that all decisions made can be scrutinised in association and consideration of the societal and the planetary impacts.
This is just a small snapshot of what communities across Cornwall are doing to help tackle climate change. But they want to do more. Your community needs you.